Okay, so I'm looking at the sell for AUSD. Remember the three based on our training, our supply and demand training, right? I talk about different type of expectations. So what the
Mhm.
expectation at supply and demands, right? We can have price hit the supply and demand and reject down, right? That's one expectation. Or we can have price go above the supply and demand, fake back out and structure, retest our same structure and sell, right?
Mhm.
Or we can have price break above supply and demand, retest and buy. Those are the three moves that it was always do, right?
Mhm.
So based on this diagram, we can see that um, the market did this move here, right? We see that price literally went out of structure, came back in, retest, and now I'm looking for it to sell. Simple. See that?
Okay. So that again,
Okay.
it went. Well, oh yeah, yeah, I see it. Went up, back down, back in.
Right. So once again, right? Price came out of structure, came back in, retest, and I'm looking for the sell. Make
Makes
sense?
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. All right. So these are so those are the three moves, the three expectation of the supply and demand. Now we see that, right, and let's add other confluences. Now we can look at the trend in the market. I don't have to go as far back as down here. We could just draw up a trend line from here, right? And when we look at the trend in the market, well, we could look at even a more of an internal trend line. We could look at this trend line, or we can even look at more of an internal trend line, like something like this, right? And on the internal trend line, we could see that price broke that trend line and retest, correct?
Yes, see it. Yeah.
Right. And even if we're looking at the not that internal trend line, we're looking at the this trend line right here. We can also see that outside of that price broke, retest here, and now we're looking for the
Breaking that
sell.
low.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like
So
confirmation of the
not only do
bougie.
we have the expectation, we not only do we understand the expectation of the supply and demand, right? But we also saw that price break and retest that trend line, correct?
Yeah.
And not only that price break and retest that trend line, we see that when price retest, it gave us an engulfing candle closing below the structure. Now, structure, right, with supportive resistance is not always that that piece of wick right there, right? It's the most common touch area. So we see price touch over here. We see it also touch right here, the same common area, right? This is manipulation, right? This right here is manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
That's manipulation. And then we see that price touch that same area over there again. So we have multiple touch at that area, not including this one because manipulation. And then we see that price broke that structure. So that's another confluence of why we're looking for the sell, right? So a recap, right? We looked at the pattern, right, at the supply demand, and one of the pattern is going above it, come back in, retest for sell, right? Second, we have price breaking our uptrend line, right? Want to give us lower highs. We have lower highs, right? Lows got broken, so we have lower lows, lower highs, right? Price broke the trend line, break and retest that trend line, and close below the resistant area. And on top of it, as you see, I circle over here, we have an imbalance. Now, I like to I call people look at other things as imbalance, like those institutional candles and so forth. But I call this right here an imbalance whenever we have a gap in the market. So as you can see between this level and here, right, we have no form of price being tested, right? We see that price, if we zoom back over here, we see that price literally, blew through, but it never retested here. Um, we see that price broke above, retested structure, but it never came down here to test 50% of this level before continuing to the upside, right? So that's another confluence of why I'm looking for the sell because I know that price is always going to chase liquidity. This right here is a liquidity zone. I hope I spelled that right. Right. Slash, I call it imbalance really, but right. So, and price needs to fill that area. So if I put from the body of that candle to the body of there, right? I'm expecting price to hit at least 50% with the at the EMA, right? Which is around this level here, which is where our first target is at, which is 50 pips, and our overall target 100 pips, right? Because at the same time, even though price could hit that 50% in reverse, based on my trading style and what I've been teaching guys, we trade also from supply and demand to supply and demand, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So we started, this from this supply and demand up here to supply and demand here. And we could see that happen over and over, right? We trade from, how the market moves from supply and demand to supply and demand, right? Push down, break above that to supply and demand, so forth, right? Okay. So that is the reason why we took the sell once again for AUDUSD, and we're currently now pushing in profit. Now, how I enter this trade now, right? That I take this trade based on the 1 hour, right? Once again, you can apply your Fibonacci off that previous high up there to this low. See price rejected off the 50%, and it's not just 50%; it's also a retest off the trend line and the wick on this opposite side, which is also structure, right? See that price do that, and I actually like the trade based off the 4 hour. We have that 4 hour breaking below structure right there. Okay, so that is why I took it, and on top of it, I applied my market bandit strategy, which was on this chart earlier.
Okay.
Understand now?
Yeah.
And look, now we're running in profit. Let's go. Let's go. Expect a little, little stumble right here, but if price could break through, target's getting hit.
And so did you still enter that with a 0.5, or are you now happy to enter that with